how I got into commercial property, and this is a really fascinating story, is actually through my mentor, Vincent Pang. He actually Googled him to find some really interesting stories about him. So I met him when I was 19, so when I was in university, and I met him through student bodies like alumni and things like that, because I belonged to a student organization when I was in university, and he was one of the alumni. Long story short, he was a very successful property investor. At his peak, he was worth over $300 million, and he had 20 plus commercial properties, predominantly in Sydney and predominantly office buildings, because that was obviously what people wanted to buy. But in 2010, he went bankrupt off the back of the GFC because of, I suppose, a number of reasons, which we obviously will get into. So through him, through his mentoring, I was able to learn what to do and what not to do in the commercial property investment space. So after he went bankrupt in Australia, he moved back to China, and then he's basically started to rebuild in the US and in China as well. So I don't know what he's worth now, but he's certainly sort of rebuilt himself. And I think in a way, he kind of rode the Las Vegas boom as well back in the early 2010s. If you guys remember, the property basically crashed in the US. He went there and just bought up like a bunch of residential properties for like 50 grand, 80 grand, and now they're all worth like 200-300 grand.
You still keep in touch with him?
I do from time to time. Yeah, he's permanently in China now.
Oh.
Yeah, so we WhatsApp every now and then. But he's pretty much retired now. So a lot of my knowledge, I credit him for helping me build that. Just providing a different lens to look at investment and property, because I think a lot of us, when we talk to experts, right, it's the playbook is the same. It's always the same playbook. You save up your money, you put it into property in a certain location, and then you hope that the property prices go up. Whereas he had a completely different philosophy. He deliberately worked out where the upside is, where the gap is, and that forces growth in income and equity. So I was very fortunate to have met him. So this is just like some of the properties he used to own. Some people might recognize some of these buildings. Office Works on Epping Road. Right. Yep, that's probably worth $40 million now. There's 80 Clarence Street. It's probably worth about $80 million now. And so just a quick snapshot. And obviously, you own about 20 properties or so.